Hello again, guys. It's your boy Vexed here again, and we are back with the Carbon Collective Motorsports Saturday Sprint Series in the S15 Silvias. So we join the grid for the first reverse grid of the evening and the first rolling start. We introduced a rolling start because obviously some of the guys who normally finish towards the back of the field not always getting the better getaway. So rolling start just kind of ensures no shenanigans off the start line. Anyway, without further ado, we have Asbo in first place. We got Smurf there in second. Mawson is in third. We got Dan Bailey in fourth. Pickle is fifth. Vexed in sixth. We got Chance seventh. Wayne G eighth, and Thomas is going to have to make his way through the field in ninth place. So let's get into this one. Obviously, Mount Panorama or Baaaathurst. And Asbo is going to take the field through turn one. And as you would expect, not really any moves being made off the start, being a rolling start. I know some of the guys not really a fan of it. They prefer the standing start. But as I say, it does give the other guys a bit of a chance at getting a better getaway. But Pickle now, it looks like Pickle going for a move there, early doors up the inside of Dan Bailey, and Ice Chand and Vexed in the background there. So Dan Bailey stays ahead. Ice Chand trying to go around the outside of Vexed. And he's going to have to slot back in behind for the meantime. Oh, Pickle actually into the barrier there. He's going to lose that position to Chand. So Asbo still in first place, him and Smurf now having a bit of a ding-dong. Smurf trying to find a way past Asbo. Asbo maybe not very comfortable around Mount Panorama, not too sure how many times he's raced it. Oh, he's actually into the barrier slightly there. That's going to bring him into the clutches now of Mawson. He's actually opened the door there for Mawson. Mawson gets through to second place with ease. Danny Bailey goes around the outside into Skyline. That's not normally where you'd see a move come, but he's managed to get it done. Tiny little tag there between Asbo and Dan Bailey. Asbo off into the barrier once again. So Mawson now firmly into the leader race. A couple of car lengths ahead of Dan Bailey. Dan Bailey almost kissing the barrier there. Vexed all over the back of him. We got Chan there as well. Oh, and Chan, he favours the bump draft to Dan Bailey. Definitely conspiracies going on against Vexed here. Vexed now down to fourth place as Ice Chan takes that position with the help of Dan Bailey. And Vexed now under pressure from Thomas, looking to try and take that move or take that position away from Ice Chand. He's going to be looking up the inside into turn one. Thomas there as well. And he's managed to move ahead momentarily, but Ice Chand still right there. Still neck and neck between these two. In fact, I think Ice Chand just edging ahead slightly. I think Thomas actually giving the bump draft now to Vexed, trying to push him along this front straight into turn two. So Vex holds on to third for the minute. In fact, no, Thomas managing to get that move done. Thomas carrying way more momentum through turn two. He'll be trying to get onto the back of Danny Bailey and Mawson up ahead now. And I think Ice Chan, we just saw into the barrier there. So Vex down to fourth. Wayne G not too far behind him now. Wayne G up to fifth. Pickle there in sixth place. Ice Chan now down to seventh. Smurf down in eighth, and Asbo all the way down in ninth. And Danny Bailey and Mawson, little tag of the bumper there. I think just carrying a slight bit more speed there than Danny Bailey through Skyline. But Dan Bailey has managed to take the lead of the race. It was Mawson, wasn't it? I think maybe Mawson having a moment somewhere. But Dan Bailey doing a grand job at the moment. He's started to stretch that gap as well. Will he be able to take the fastest lap this lap? As Mawson is now under pressure from Thomas. Thomas did have a look up the inside, wasn't quite close enough that time round. Mawson nearly onto the grass. I think Thomas is going to get it done here. He's trying to look. He's going to have to look around the outside. Mawson covers off the inside. We've got Vext. Oh no, Vext. I think Vext getting caught in Thomas's slip there, just slightly running into his rear. Should we have a quick... We'll have a quick look and see what happened there. So obviously Vext running in 4th place behind Thomas. Thomas and Mawson having a bit of a battle there. And yeah, Vext, I think he broke at the right point, but just carried a bit more speed than he wanted to. Tried getting down through the gears, and Thomas ended up losing it as he put a rear wheel onto that grass. Vext is waiting for him though. Thomas gets that car re-going. Vext is now down to 7th place. Smurf is there in 8th. Asbo 9th. So Danny Bailey has got a nice bit of breathing space now. All he's got to do is keep it consistent. He's got quite a gap, a few seconds gap back now to Mawson in 2nd place. Winnie G is there in 3rd place. He's only a couple of car lengths behind Mawson, but he won't be picking up that slip just yet. Then we have Ice Chan in 4th place, followed by Pickle in 5th. Pickle looking like he just grazed the barrier on the exit of turn 2. Not really slowing him down too much though. Is he going to get it through this turn safely this time? And he does. No means with Barry that time round, although he has picked up a half-second penalty. I'm not too sure what that was for. And it looks like Ice Chand now starting to get onto the back of Wayne G. He's going to be picking up that slipstream at least. So Pickle there with a half-a-second penalty. Thomas in 6th place. Actually not too far behind Pickle, so all is not lost. Vext, he's lost that slip of Thomas now. Try as he might. Smurf, in fact Smurf, looking like Smurf started to catch Vext. So will Smurf be able to challenge Vext for that 7th place? Asbo only just coming into Skyline now. He's actually putting a personal best sector there, but has a tiny moment as he comes into the downhill. Almost losing it into Forest Elbow there. But Danny Bailey still holding on to that 1st place. He's got the fastest lap currently with a 2 minutes 15.044. Mawson has started to catch him now. So some of that advantage that Danny Bailey had has diminished. So Mawson still trying to chase him down in 2nd place. Wayne G looking like he's closed that gap now. The gap between 1st, 2nd and 3rd is very equal. Then we have Ice Chan starting to creep up onto them as well. He's not as close as he was on the previous lap, but that could be because Wayne G is firmly in that tow of Mawson up ahead now. Vext there in 5th. Oh, so Vext somehow up to 5th place. Thomas is down in 6th. Smurf 7th. Pickle must have had a moment somewhere. Pickle down in 8th now. And Asbo not too far off the back of him. Come on, Asbo. Are we going to see a little battle here between Asbo and Pickle? Not quite close enough just yet, but it did look like, or it sounded like, Pickle up ahead. Oh, he managed to get a move. Pickle into the barrier once again. Asbo has moved through to take 8th. Pickle down to 9th. So Smurf's there in 7th place. He's still a little way ahead of Asbo and Pickle. And then we got Thomas and Vext. Thomas trying to look for a move against Vexed. I think he'll get it done after this next straight, possibly into what would be the penultimate turn. Is he going to be close enough this time round though? He's actually putting in purple sectors as well. 2 temps up. Wayne G with the fastest lap now for 2 minutes 14.429. This could be one for Thomas though. And this is the turn where Vex did run into Thomas's rear slightly. Not repaying the favour though. So Thomas is going to have a look up the inside into turn 1 and he gets the move done with ease. Just carried more speed there from Vexed. Maybe Vex feeling a little bit guilty about that contact a couple of laps ago. So yeah, Thomas up to 5th place now. He's got a little bit of work to do to get onto the back of Ice Chand up in 4th place. Molson has lost that 2nd place now to Wayne G. We missed that one as well, didn't we? So Molson down to 3rd now. Wayne G up to 2nd and free to try and chase down Dan Bailey. So we're 10 minutes in now. We have just under 5 minutes left of this race. Wayne G actually glancing off the barrier there slightly. Although, no, was it Dan Bailey? I think Danny Bailey maybe. I think that was who we heard. He's definitely going a little bit slow there, isn't he? Wayne G right up onto his bumper now. He's going to be pushing him along as he come down the straight for the 5th time. Down the back straight. So will Danny Bailey start covering that inside off? He hasn't done. Wayne G starting to have little nibbles. And in fact, Molson actually losing that place to Ice Chand now. So Molson is down to 4th. Ice Chand is up to 3rd. Wayne G still trying to get a move done against Danny Bailey. Danny Bailey doing a grand job though, up at the front. Wayne G had actually closed up onto him, hadn't he? But looking like Dan Bailey started to create a bit of a gap once more. Through turn 2 for the 6th time. They're on the uphill sector now, or section. It's actually quite a climb to the peak. I can't quite remember how many feet it is. But the incline's definitely a lot steeper in real life than they seem in the game. That's why it's affectionately known as the mountain. As Danny Bailey's actually grazed that barrier once again, and Wayne G looking like he was going to go for a move around the outside there, but I think he actually snagged the barrier slightly as well. Come on, Danny Bailey, he's got to keep it consistent, otherwise Wayne G is going to surely pounce and take that. But oh no, Danny Bailey! He was into the barrier on the exit of Forest Elbow there. That is going to cost him. Oh, that wasn't even Forest Elbow. Here we are into Forest Elbow now. He got a bit of front end wash. Oh no, he spun it! Danny Bailey! Unable to rejoin as well because of the other cars. He's going to have to spin it around once again. Oh, and he's tried to, but into the barrier. So Wayne G becomes new race leader, 13 minutes in, just under 2 minutes to go. Ice Chand is there in 2nd place now. Nice little promotion there for Ice Chand. Molson back up onto the podium, 3rd place. Is he going to be able to keep Thomas behind him though? Thomas coming like an absolute Scud missile, actually with the fastest lap as well, nearly into the 2 minute 13 territories. Nearly a sub 2 minute 14, 2 minute 14.050 for Thomas. And you can just see the cars going through turn one now. Set the fastest, so he's into the 2.13s now. Thomas has broke the 2.14s, he's just on a 2 minutes 13.992. Absolutely flying at the moment is Thomas. Then Vex behind in 5th place. You can see Thomas up ahead, but I think it's, yeah. I think it's a bridge too far at the moment for Vexed. I think he's going to have to settle for that 5th place. He's definitely showing damage on that car as well. You see the front bumper all dented up. Danny Bailey, oh, that's unlucky. Danny Bailey looking like he was on for a win there, but just one tiny moment and it can cost you the race, as you saw. He's going to keep his head in it though, and he will surely take that 6th position. He may have Smurf for company soon though. Smurf not too far behind now, in 7th place. Then we have Asbo in 8th. As this is the final lap now, Pickle down in 9th. So we've gone on board with Wayne G, who is still your race leader. Ice Chan not far behind, he's only a couple of car lengths back now. I don't think he is going to be close enough though, as we come into the dying stages of this race, to go for a move. I think he's going to have to settle for that 2nd place. And yeah, I think he's done just enough. He comes through the final turn now. Surely he's going to take the checkered flag in this one. He's scuppered Thomas's winning streak. And there we go, Wenny G 1st place. We've got Ice Chand in 2nd. Molson will take home 3rd place as he drifts across the line. Thomas, great comeback drive to 4th place. Vexed, he's going to take 5th. Danny Bailey. Danny Bailey brings home 6th. Smurf, a decent result for Smurf there. He comes home in 7th. Asbo will finish in 8th place. And then Pickle, here comes Pickle. Pickle will finish in 9th. Well, that was race 3, guys. That was Mount Panorama. This has been the Carbon Collective's Saturday Sprint Series. I'll be back with the next race very shortly. I've been your boy Vex. Good night.